All right, well, it is 7 o'clock, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular city council meeting for Monday, August 10th, 2020. I will go ahead and call this meeting to order, and I'd like to start out with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being recorded.
Barb, will you call the roll, please?
Roland.
Here.
Bizzard.
Here.
Bellinger.
Here.
Weiss.
Here.
Rhines.
Here.
Gilroy.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
All right, thank you, Barb. And now we have, I'm looking for approval of the agenda for this evening, unless anybody has any changes that they would like to make.
So moved, Weiss.
Thank you.
Second, Smith.
Thank you. Barb, will you call the roll for the approval of the agenda for this evening?
Bizzard.
Yes.
Bellinger.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Rhines.
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Roland.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Now is an opportunity for audience participation. Holly, have we had anybody join us for this evening?
We do not have any audience at this time.
All right, thank you so much. I will move forward then. We have the council meeting minutes of July 27th, 2020. I'm looking for approval on that unless there was any changes that need to be made.
Motion to approve council meeting minutes as submitted. Bellinger.
Thank you.
Second, Rhines.
Thank you both. Barb, will you call roll for the council meeting minutes of July 20th, 2020, 2020?
Bellinger.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Rhines.
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Roland.
Yes.
Bizzard.
Yes.
All right, we're going to move right on to accounts payable. Noah, I think this is the shortest accounts payable that we've seen in several years. So I'll turn this over to you.
I agree with you 100%. It is the shortest, and I didn't even have to send out an email to question anything. And so I would like to make a motion to approve checks 73443 dated 7/31/2020 through check 73465 dated 7/31/2020.
And the amount of that was?
$13,370.04.
Thank you, Noah. Do I have support for Noah's motion?
Second, Rhines.
Thank you. Is there any discussion needs to happen on any of the accounts payable? Any questions for Corey?
Yes, I have just two questions, Mayor.
Thank you.
Just because I don't know, what is UB refund? I noticed there's 3 on here. That's my first question. And the second is the Eagle Car Wash for $1,419. Just wondered if that was, that's a lot of car washes. Those are my two questions.
Great. Thank you so much, Councilman Weiss. Corey, can you help us out with answering that?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep, we sure can.
So the UB refunds are where we've had folks either move out of the city or switch accounts. Maybe they were a renter and they've moved. That would be a refund oftentimes of the deposit that is placed on those rental accounts. So you'll see those sparingly throughout the year. We did have a few this time around. And then the Eagle Car Wash item, that was because of a July Board of Review adjustment. So I don't have the specific details right offhand of what specifically they overturned, but whatever the Board of Review decided at their July meeting resulted in that refund to them.
Okay.
Can I just, and I don't have a problem approving it, but that's quite a refund. I just wonder what the board of review for $1,400 would refund.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on. I might have the actual stuff here, so hang on here.
Okay.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Jeff.
No, it's I've got all the stuff. It's adjustment for 33189900, and it looks like the reason, and it has all the stuff that goes back to the school board millage and all the different millages and stuff that were paid over that time period.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, it goes through. There was for state education, there was $135.90 reimbursement. For school operating fund, a $67 reimbursement. $88.78 for school debt.
No one blew up, did they?
Noah, are you
right.
still there? I think we lost your audio, Noah.
Battery died.
Yep.
I'm good with it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Weiss. Did we have a support on that, Holly? The second?
You had
Okay.
Brian support.
All right. Great. If there's no more questions regarding accounts payable, Barb, will you call the roll, please?
Bellinger. I'll come back. Weiss.
Yes.
Rhines.
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes.
Roland.
Yes.
Bizzard.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
He's
I
Bellinger.
having
think his,
audio
I think
issues.
I think his audio went out. Noah, can you hear us? I don't think Noah can hear us.
No, you got to deactivate your headset, bud. Just go to computer audio.
He's on mute now. Holly, can you send him a chat message by any chance?
No, we have that turned off for security.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Um,
We don't need his vote, do we? I mean, motion passes, yeah.
Oh, Gene's holding up a note.
Did he see it?
Tell him to, okay. All right. Do we have enough votes to pass without Noah's vote, Barb? Yes, we do. Okay. Technical difficulties. We'll keep moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and, if Holly, if that's okay, I'm going to move on to action items. Is that okay?
that's
Okay.
fine. We can
All
make
right.
it in the minutes.
Great. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to action items now, and that would be the Michigan Municipal League 2020 Workers' Compensation Fund Trustee election. We do have a memorandum in here with our suggested candidates for the 4-year terms beginning October 1st, 2020. Is there any discussion? Does anybody have any questions regarding this? This is something that happens annually, and they give us their suggestions, and it's pretty cut and dry.
I'll make a motion, Mary, if you're ready.
All right, I would like that. Thank you, Councilman Weiss.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to submit the official ballot for the 2020 MML Workers' Compensation Fund trustees, selecting the 2 candidates as presented.
Thank you so much. Do we have support for that?
Support Bellinger, if you can hear me.
Yes, we can, Noah. Thank you so much. All right. Any discussion, any questions? If not, I'll ask Barb to call the roll.
Weiss.
Yes.
Rhines.
Yes.
Gilroy.
Yes.
Roland.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bizzard.
Yes.
Bellinger.
Yes.
All right. Our next action item, last action item of the evening, is the Michigan Municipal League designation of the voting delegate. And that would, according to our memo that we have enclosed here, it would be putting Corey forward, our city manager, as our delegate for the city of Williamston.
I will make a motion to designate City Manager Corey Schmidt as a 2020 MML annual meeting voting delegate for the city of Williamston.
Thank you, Councilman Weiss. Do I have support for that?
Second, Rhines.
Thank you, Councilman Rhines. If there's no further discussion, Barb, will you call the roll, please?
Rhines,
Yes.
Gilroy,
Yes.
Roland,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bizzard,
Yes.
Bellinger,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That concludes our action items for the evening. We do not have any discussion items listed on our agenda for this evening. We have not received any correspondence. So I will head right into our department head reports. We did have a memo from Corey. Corey, is there anything else you would like to add? You're on mute.
Thanks. I have nothing further tonight.
All right, thank you so much. Chief, hello.
Hello, I have nothing to report.
All right, moving right along, then that concludes our department head reports. Any subcommittee or committee reports that anybody would like to share for this evening? Roland, yes.
Just before we move on from the city manager report, I don't recall how much we've gotten into this on the record, but you know, I will say that first bullet point is a very interesting one as it relates to Locke Township and Williamston Township not supporting the senior center millage proposal. And you know, I know that we had a very impassioned meeting that one time, and I'm not saying we did anything that we should have done that day. I'm just saying that, you know, I think going forward, I don't know if we should have just a standing rule that if we're moving a discussion item to an action item in the same session, we have that desire, if there's maybe a 24-hour sort of thinking period and we call a special meeting the next day if we so feel it's that necessary to move that urgently. Just a thought. I mean, I don't know if anyone else feels the same way on that one, but you know, I think that we have to be just very diligent and cautious and potentially getting to points where we might make a knee-jerk reaction. And again, not saying we did that. I'm just saying I think that might be something for food for thought going forward with when we do move a discussion item to an action item. You know, maybe there is that period that goes by that we can think, call a special meeting, or just if it's not that urgent, wait for the next meeting. So just wanted to add that thought to that moment there. Yeah, that was it.
Thank you, Councilman Rowland, and I would agree. I will say I am a little disappointed with the reaction from Locke Township and Williamstown Township, especially with the information that the senior center presented, and now it's going to boil down to City of Williamston, Leroy, and Wheatfield Township. That is a little disheartening to me. Yet we did have a very, very long discussion on that, and I think that they probably would have found a little bit more favor moving forward as an authority like NISA, because then it would have been on the ballot for everyone. So I would agree with that too, and that is a good thing to bring up, that we do need to take a little bit more of a pause sometimes. But I also appreciate the fact everything that Gene brought to the table, because he does work in that industry, in the senior industry, senior care. And so, I mean, the meeting happened very organically, and the outcome was, you know, how it presented itself by vote. But I do think that sometimes we do need to take a little bit of a pause and maybe have a little bit more thought to it. Anybody else have any comments on that, since Councilman Rowland did bring that up?
I will.
Okay, Noah, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually did send a couple emails out to some different individuals asking the same question, just to step back, take a look, and if it's that urgent, you know, we could have a special meeting. But this is also happening at other meetings as well. I was at a NISA board meeting, and things got moved up from the discussion to agenda right away. So we just have to be very careful, because I think we're taking the rights away from our constituents, because somebody might have wanted to be there for that meeting. You know, and then we voted on it right away. And if somebody was actively looking at the agenda and they knew it was a discussion, they know it wouldn't be voted on. So they, we just have to be careful and do what our constituents want us to do. And again, I think, all our heart was in the right place. I don't think we made a bad decision, but we just need to step back a little bit.
Thank you, Councilman Bellinger. Any other discussions before I move this agenda forward?
I would just say,
Yeah, Gene?
we definitely made the right decision. I don't think we have set any sort of precedence that we act irrationally or jump on things. It is extremely rare in my experience. But in this case, we were signaling that, we as the city of Williamston are willing to be leaders on that particular topic. And just because Locke Township and Williamstown Township didn't decide to follow our leadership in that, doesn't mean we were wrong, and certainly doesn't detract from the importance of the topic we were voting on.
Gene, I agree with that, Gene. But I'm also going from past experience from years being on council. I remember there were a few times when we were dealing with things like the weekend vegetable stands and all that stuff where we got pressured into moving things forward. Where if we stepped back just a week or two, there could have been other decisions. So we just a thought process.
Good conversation. I agree. All right. Holly, have we had anybody else join for audience participation?
We have not.
All right. I'm going to move forward then with council member comments. So I'm going to go around my board here. Noah, I'll start with you. Any comments this evening?
The only one, I'm officially an empty nester as of this Saturday.
Good for you.
My daughter, well, my wife just yelled, she's been gone. She's got her own house, but she's officially married. And she's somebody else's problem now.
Nice. Well, congratulations on that to you and Beth.
It was wonderful. We had 17 people attend, just the immediate family, and it went real well.
Great. Thank you so much. Councilman Smith.
Nothing much. In the planning commission, we had Lawn Stars bring up kind of a initial water testing on our willingness to allow them to make purchase and transition property in the industrial park to their type of use. And we pretty resoundingly were on board with the proposal that they were putting forward. And now their work starts, right? Like they've got to go to the drawing boards literally and get the engineers involved and all their due diligence, working with our city staff. But it was pretty exciting what they were bringing forward, and I was happy for them to see the growth that they wanted to bring into the city. So
Great. Thanks so much. Councilman Weiss, anything to share?
No, nothing. Thank you.
All right. Councilman Rhines, anything to share?
I just wanted to thank NISA and the Williamston Police Department for, even though things looked a little different for National Night Out this year, but I thought it was a great success going around town with the police cars and the fire trucks handing out stickers and freeze pops. My kids absolutely loved it, and I thought it was a great success. So thank you to Chief and NISA for putting that together.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilman Rowland.
I do not. Thank you.
All right. Councilman Bizzard.
Yes. Couple things, I guess. The donation bins that are around town, I think that needs to be revisited. The upkeep of these things has not been going on, and I understand COVID and everything's been happening, but at the same time, I think they're becoming an eyesore. I see things pop up on Facebook, overflowing, stuff left outside in the rain, and I just think that needs to probably be brought back up and maybe look at possibly banning them. I mean, I hate to say that, but it really looks bad. John, and it's not just here in the city, but it's everywhere.
John, I think the donation bin, if it's the one I'm thinking of that popped up on one of the Williamston Facebook groups. That's one that's actually located in the township that was the largest problem lately. We did have a problem with the one over by the
Sunnyside.
laundromat that took a while to get.
Well, the one by Sunnyside has been pretty bad, and that's way in the back of the parking lot, but you can still see it from Grand River. I know that.
But I think there's trees growing in on it, and you know what I mean. You also have Tractor Supply has something out there. I think they have their place, but I just don't.
Yeah, I would agree. Everybody's purging because they're stuck at home during COVID. So
people are using it for trash dumpsters.
Well, and that too. I've seen furniture over by the one by Sunnyside, which, people are basically just, yes, they are dumping whatever they can. So I agree, John. That's a good thing to bring up.
And the other thing I wanted to just put out there, I am not running for a council seat, so I want to wish everybody who is running good luck, and we'll finish out this term.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and call to close and move into closed session. So I'm looking for a motion to close out our regular city council meeting and go into closed session.
Mayor, you wouldn't close out the meeting. You would just ask for a
go
motion
into
to go to closed session.
All right, I'm looking for a motion to go into closed session.
I make a motion to go into closed session for a strategy discussion regarding collective bargaining as permitted by MCL 15.268C.
Thank you, Councilman Rhines.
Supported by Bellinger.
Thank you, Councilman Bellinger. Can I have a roll call on that, Barb? You're on mute.
Hines,
Yes.
Gilroy,
Yes.
Roland,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bizzard,
Yes.
Bellinger,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
All right, thank you. We will be going into closed session at 7:22, and I believe everybody should have the breakout room that you can join. All right, we've just come out of closed section, no action to be taken, and so I will be adjourning our meeting this evening at 7:53.
That went way smoother than it should have gone. I can't believe we just pulled that off.
All right, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you,
Good
Holly.
night.
Thank you, Barb. Have a good night.